For the pollination of flowering plants, Australian agriculture relies primarily on feral honeybees. They've been affected by diseases in other countries. These problems will probably affect Australia soon, with potentially disastrous effects on agriculture. The role of our native pollinators in crop pollination is unknown. They include possibly over 2,000 species of native bees. The project aims to identify native pollinators of crops and the role of supportive native vegetation on the Yorke Peninsula of South Australia. This at a time when climate change, environmental degradation, increasing human population, and threats to honeybees and food security are highlighting the urgent need for the development of sustainable agricultural practices. We are working with over a dozen organizations involved in conservation action planning for the Southern Yorke Peninsula, including the councils, state government organizations, and NGOs.
One of the projects that we support very strongly in this region is pollination with native vegetation, and particularly in relation to farmers, farming systems, and the benefits, the ecosystem services that pollination provides.
We're also working with private landowners, including many farmers around the Middleton area.
My involvement in the project is to find farmers who are growing specific species of crops so that Bianca and the university can assess what pollination has, or what role pollination has in their productivity.
Dryland cropping occurs in areas with scarce resources. Native vegetation is adapted to the conditions, but vegetation clearance threatens natural communities of the Yorke Peninsula, including pollinators, whose principal reward is floral nectar.
UniSA has a leading nectar research team in Australia.
Some of the floral nectar is analyzed by high-performance liquid chromatography in the lab. In the field, Bianca is monitoring the flowering of native vegetation and weeds adjacent to crops. She's also quantifying resource availability to pollinators. In this landscape, the best way to travel is by air horse. Bianca also monitors populations of insects using malaise traps and other traps. Here, with excellent volunteer Victoria, Bianca collects insects at dawn and dusk. We will link pollinator populations with the flowering of native vegetation, nectar availability, and crop success. Our work aims to improve agricultural management practices with benefits for biodiversity conservation.